All right, welcome back to Rebounding 101. Week 2, we're talking about defensive rebounding this week. Kind of our version of boxing out, which is more guard-oriented and more offense-oriented. So instead of trying to stop the other player from getting the ball, we're trying to quickly bump them and chase the ball so we end up with it in our hands first. And so we're going to go through kind of walking through the mechanics of that, playing it against a coach again with the player on defense, coach on offense. And then we're going to work on some 2-on-1 kind of situational strategy related to that and finish up with our fast break out of a defensive rebound. How can we take that rebound and get into our attack quickly with our bust out dribble? And also working with our coach again as a teammate, how can we implement an outlet pass and get that fast break going? If we can't take that first dribble ourselves, where to go, how to get there, and how can we get our team off and running as quickly as possible? Building off our week 1 conversation about positioning and anticipation, just want to highlight here, kind of demonstrating what it looks like if I'm under the basket. I'm really not able to see anything, not able to use any information about where the ball is coming from and how it's moving through the air until after it hits the rim. I'm really staring at the rim. I'm too close to really anticipate and be able to move in a direction I want to be. So, first thing we're going to reiterate again this week is trying to keep the ball in front of us. So, starting with some space instead of charging forward toward the rim, even after we bump our opponent on offense, we want to give ourselves some time and some space to react appropriately by seeing the ball in the air and anticipating, and then trying to step side to side so that we're getting to the correct half of the court before we go straight toward the rim. And then building into what we just talked about, bump and chase versus boxing out. This is kind of the faster version of a box out. Instead of holding that offensive player and preventing them from getting the ball, we're trying to just check them quickly and then race them to the ball. I believe rebounding is best done by trying to go get the ball in your hands. So we're going to tie that to what we've worked on defense in the past. If you've been in any of our other courses, contesting the shot and the hand we went up to contest with, we pull that arm down into a 90-degree forearm position and check our offense opponent. Whether they took the shot or one of their teammates took the shot and we were on help defense, either way is the same. That forearm on the outside of the court is the one we want to bump them with, and then we're off and running to go get the ball. 2-on-1 or zone rebounding. Really thinking about how we can play 2-on-1 as a defender here. We got 2 offensive players coming at us. Tendency is to overplay, either guard my man, hug them, and the ball gets a layup, or vice versa, stop the ball way too early and too far from the basket, and then not be able to recover and stop a pass to the rim. So what we're doing here is trying to keep our back to baseline position, scare the shooter into taking a shot, and then assuming that the ball is going to fall opposite side of the rim. It's usually about 70-30. 70% of the shots are going to go away from the shooter. We want to go rebound against the opposite player. So if we've forced the first player to take a shot over us, we've contested them a little bit, scared them into a shot, we are recovering to the other side to go rebound against their teammate. And then our last action here is connecting this defensive rebound into what we call our bust out dribble. So if we catch the ball on the left side of the backboard as we're facing the basket, we want to turn outside and do our bust out dribble with our right hand, and vice versa. If we turn away from the basket to the right sideline, we want to have the ball in our outside, our left hand, and punch that first dribble as far as we can down the court. Really, the goal here is to break out of traffic where the other team is kind of caught off guard. They expected to get a rebound or maybe make the shot and have some more time. We want to use that element of surprise advantage and bust it out quickly. And then working with a teammate here, if we get the rebound and we have a teammate with us, maybe we're guarded at first, we want to be able to turn and throw them an outlet pass. And we're going to work on both the outlet as the passer and as the receiver, running what we call our U-cut, turning toward the basket initially, getting that defender on our back hip, and then running toward the sideline, getting a chance for a bounce pass early or an over-the-top pass where we've left our defender behind us. And then finally connecting all these pieces, trying to go contest a shot by the shooter if we're the on-ball defender, and then bump and chase, get that rebound, and to connect that to our bust out dribble again, getting down the court.